A Northland viewer reached out to us with concerns about construction activity happening in his neighborhood, wondering if that work was even permitted.
So our Northland reporter Marlon Martinez went looking for some answers for him. He's live in the neighborhood where all this is going on. Marlon, obviously activity there behind you, heavy machinery, getting ready to do maybe some more work. What did you learn about what's going on and if it should be going on?
Yeah, that's right. Good morning, guys. And Tim told me that this activity has been going on for about over a year now. Now, he had two biggest questions because he says he could not find much information about what was happening right behind his backyard. He says his biggest concern was because he was seeing a lot of the trees being taken down. So he was worried about the wildlife that he says brought him to this area. And the other concern was about the peace and quiet that currently is in this neighborhood. He says that not much traffic, not a lot of activity is happening, and he's afraid that this project would disrupt that.
It started with an email from Tim Brooks. Hi, Mr. Martinez. My wife and I have lived in Woodbrook South since 2017. He says for about a year, he noticed trees being cut down several days a week and couldn't find information about a development happening in the lot behind his house.
We began to hear someone behind in the woods with a chainsaw, obviously cutting trees down. And it concerned us. We didn't know what was happening.
Tim says they moved to the area about 9 years ago and chose this location because of the peace and quiet.
We really like the closed nature of the cul-de-sac. There's about 100 houses in here with not a lot of activity.
He says the recent activity raised flags throughout the neighborhood with little to no information about the future project. He simply wanted to know what was happening, so I took his concerns to the city. The city tells me their deputy building official reviewed the property and found no recent permits on file. But after further assessing the area, the work being done does not require any permits. The city also referred me to the property owner for further questions about the project.
I don't have a problem with it. That's progress. Yeah, that's good. Well, of course, we always hate to see them cutting trees down.
For now, Tim says he's keeping a close eye, hoping any development won't change what brought his family here in the first place.
That's entirely possible that they will build something like our neighborhood back there. I wouldn't have a problem with that as long as they don't start creating more roads into the neighborhood. I do not want to see that.
Now, the city's website says and names Great Oaks Incorporation as the property owner for this lot. I cannot find much information to get in contact with them to see what they're planning to do with this lot. That is something I'll continue to follow up and bring you the latest once I learn more. Back to you all.
All right, great work as always, Marlon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marlon.
We mentioned that Marlon is one of our Northland reporters. He's committed to telling stories that impact that area, and he does it on the regular. Reach out to him, just like Tim did, by emailing him at marlon.martinez@kshb.com, or you can scan that QR code to get him too.